I got cut off. This not exactly the same thing where I left off, but it's around the area, and this has to do with lust. Okay, and so I'm gonna read. This is Deuteronomy 12 and 15. Notwithstanding, thou mayest kill and eat flesh in all thy gates, whatsoever thy soul lusteth after, according to the blessings of the Lord thy God, which he hath given thee. Okay, and now I'm going to go to 12 and 20. When the Lord thy God shall enlarge thy border as he has promised thee, and thou shalt say, I will eat flesh, because thy soul longeth to eat flesh, thou mayest eat whatever thy soul lusteth after. Okay, and then I'm going to go to 21. I'm going to start like almost at the bottom. As I have commanded thee, thou shalt eat in thy gates whatsoever thy soul lusteth after. Okay, so the soul is lusting after, you know, physical things. But it's not the point. Okay, this is 14 and 26. And thou shalt bestow that money for whatsoever thy soul lusteth after. Okay, and right here is for sheep or for oxen or for sheep or for wine or for strong drink or what or for whatsoever thy soul desireth. Okay, so the soul is lusting, and in a way, God got to give me some more, understanding on it. The soul it connects more to the flesh. The spirit, it's in the body, but the spirit in the flesh. Let's go to Galatians, whether it's 5 and 17. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. Okay, so the spirit and the flesh are at war, but the soul and the flesh are kind of in agreement. Okay, but that's not the focus on it. But I just, that's kind of coming to my mind. About I need some more understanding on that. But this is where I'm at. Lust. It said whatever your soul lusts after. So God understands all things. So He understood lust. So your flesh can lust for something, and it cannot be evil. But the thing is, when lust for something, because lust is just a desire, but when the desire becomes greater than your desire for God, and this go to 2 Corinthians 10 and 5, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of God. When whatever desire you have becomes greater than your desire to please God, when your desire for something physical becomes so great that it causes you to oppose God, that's when it really becomes lust, and it really is evil, because you want this, you desire this so bad, you're becoming to get in opposition to God, because you want to satisfy this desire. And I'll just give you this. Okay, and this is um Numbers 11 and 4. And the mixed multitude that was among them fell a lusting, and the children of Israel also wept again, saying, who shall give us flesh to eat? And see, God had already provided for them, but they fell a lust. The lust, the desire became so great, and they was under attack by these spirits too, because the same thing was going on. The desire became so great that they began to complain against God. Their heart was hardened. They forgot about everything that He already had did for them, about all the deliverance He had did, because the lust, they gave into the desire of the flesh and the soul so much that they rose up against God, because lust makes you want things immediately. Yeah, when lust attacks you, it doesn't want you to have patience. Lust doesn't have patience. The spirits that control and lust, the powers controlling lust, don't have patience. They want what they want, and that's how lust tries to destroy you, to make you oppose God for some immediate desire. Were they gonna have food? Cause they could have had meat. Yeah, they could have had meat. They did the wrong. They went the wrong way about it. God understood lust. God said, whatever your soul lusts after, you can have it. when you enter the gates where God is going to bring you. And God was still going to satisfy their desire for the food that they wanted. And he had already done it before. But they went about it the wrong way. Why? Because of lust and the desire. They were overcame by it. And they really just, they disrespected God. They rose up against God. Oh, we just want to go back to Egypt. Why you bring? They lusted for water too. I'm going to go here. All these things are like lust. Okay, here I'm going to read this right here. This is Numbers. Uh, this is Numbers 20 and 5. And wherefore have ye made us to come up out of Egypt to bring us in unto this evil place? It is no place of seed or figs or vines or pomegranates, neither is there any water to drink. So they're lusting and they not focused on God. They're not even thinking about any of the things that he has done. They're only thinking about the immediate, what's so temporary, because I'm pretty sure they were having these things for the most part. And you know, the little time that it was withdrawn from them, they forgot about all the goodness of God and they only thought about the situation and what they didn't have. And that's like the controlling force of lust. And that's what it want to do. It want to rise up, and it's an evil imagination against God, and to cause you, and lust wants to cause you to, I don't care what God thinks, I don't care about God, I just want to satisfy my desire, whatever that desire may be. It don't have to be sexual. It can be for food. It can be for money. It can be for anything, you know, this of the world, this physical. Because that's what the soul and the flesh gonna lust after, physical things. And it ain't nothing wrong with this physical stuff in the world. You know, it's out here. People gonna want stuff. God allowed to be created. But the thing is, when those desires become greater than God, that's when it's a problem. So I'm gonna leave you with that, and I ain't gonna talk too much. And I got some work to do. Thank God for that. And you know, God just gave me something today, and I just was led to put it on there. So thank God, in the mighty name of King Jesus. Psalm 95 and 3. For the Lord is a great God and a great King above all gods. In the mighty name of King Jesus.